China has accused the G7 of political manipulation, after criticizing Beijing over its record of human rights abuses in Xinjiang and Hong Kong. G7 leaders condemned China for abuses against the Uighur minority in the Xinjiang region and activists in Hong Kong, as well as legal action in the Taiwan region. We will respect our values, including with the Chinese to respect human rights and fundamental freedoms, the G7 communique read. U.S. President Joe Biden said Beijing was starting to be more responsible in terms of international human rights norms. The Chinese embassy in the UK responded to the G7 statement on Monday, 14/06. The G7 is taking advantage of Xinjiang-related issues to engage in politics and interfere in China's internal affairs, which we categorically refuse, our spokesperson said in a statement. The statement accused the G7 of spreading baseless lies, rumors and accusations. In addition, the G7 also underlined the importance of peace in the Taiwan Strait, and promotes a peaceful settlement of the strait. We remain deeply concerned about the situation in the East and South China Seas, and it is imperative that any unilateral efforts to change the status quo fuel de-escalation, they said. At the first physical summit, the leaders of 7 countries announced a number of policies on COVID-19 vaccination, climate change, and trade. They are investigating a new investigation in China into the origins of COVID-19. We are also studying the WHO's COVID-19 origins phase 2 in a timely, transparent, expert-led and science-based manner, as recommended by expert reports in China, the G7 said. Believes the G7 sparked a response from the Chinese embassy, which said the work needed to be carried out in a scientific, objective and fair manner, without a new investigation. The current epidemic is still raging around the world and the tracing work should be done by global scientists and should not be politicized, the Chinese embassy said. Allegations of forced labor. The G7 is concerned about forced labor practices in global supply chains. We are concerned about the use of all forms of forced labor in the global chain, including compulsory state labor of groups and minorities, including in the agricultural, solar and garment sectors, the G7 said. China denies all allegations of forced labor. Before the criticism came pouring in, China emphatically asked the G7 leaders that the little group rule the world era was over.